Hello, colors, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with Hector Bellerin, as it has been reported that AS Roma are ready to step up pursuit for the Barcelona defender in January. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Franck Kessie, as it has been reported that Tottenham Hotspur are keeping tabs on the €35 million rated Barcelona ace. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. A recent report from Mundo Deportivo has offered an update on the future of Hector Bellerin. The Barcelona right-back has been a subject of speculation in recent weeks, especially after a disastrous return to the Camp Nou. Bellerin has fallen out of Xavi Hernandez's plans, and his fitness issues have not helped his case either. As such, many expect him to depart Camp Nou in the upcoming January transfer market. One of the teams interested in the services of Bellerin is AS Roma. The Italian giants are actively in the market for a new right-back in January, especially after Rick Castor fell out completely with coach Jose Mourinho. The Dutchman is set to leave the club, thus forcing the club to find a new option elsewhere. That is where Bellerin comes into the fray. It appears Mourinho rates the Barca star highly and is ready to sign a defender who offers abundant experience at the highest level of football. The report suggests Roma have stepped up their pursuit for Bellerin as well. They consider him as an ideal replacement for Castor and will be willing to sign him in January. However, AS Roma are not too keen on the idea of paying for Bellerin in the January transfer window. It appears they will try to ask Barca to offer him a letter of freedom, which in turn will allow the player to leave Camp Nou as a free agent next month. Barcelona, though, may not have much to gain from this, although they might be able to save Bellerin's salary package for the remainder of the season. It will not have a significant impact on the club's expenses, at least to a margin where they can avoid of the financial fair play regulations. Hector Bellerin, of course, has been at Barcelona since the transfer deadline day, and I think the way he has been playing has not been the best. We can understand that his injury problems as well has been costing him some game time, and his performances as well have not been too sharp. But to be honest, he has been below expectations. His performances have been very poor. Very poor. Xavi, according to report, is not happy at all with his performances since joining the club, and there have been a lot of speculation, quite understandably, for Hector Bellerin to depart the club, and it does not come as a surprise at all. Bellerin came as the third choice for Barca and for Xavi, because first choice was Joan Foy, second choice was Thomas Meunier from Borussia Dortmund. And since those first two choices could not be reached, because of one reason or the other, Barca had to go for the third choice, who was Hector Bellerin. Of course, Bellerin, being a La Masia product himself, has been playing so well in Arsenal, playing so well in his loan spell last year at Real Betis. But it came as a shock that even when he plays full fitness, he has not been performing well. Subpar performances. Bellerin have not impressed one bit, and it doesn't come as a surprise that rumors, reports are endless when it comes to his future and a potential departure from Barca, despite just being 3 months since joining the club. So AS Roma are showing strong interest in Hector Bellerin, according to reports. Jose Mourinho is a strong admirer of the player, and let's see actually if the move materializes. Of course, he's a free agent. He came as a free agent to Barca, and Roma does not want to pay any single penny for the player. So according to this report, Roma want Barcelona to give him a letter of freedom, if that's possible, in the January transfer window, because they want him to be joining them as soon as January if there is a possibility. But to be honest, I don't want him to leave January. I think he should just finish a 1-year contract to June. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, he can come back to his best. Let's just say I don't think Barca will be in a haste to just kick him out of the club like that. But it all depends. We know Barca are also financially unstable, and knowing fully well that if Bellerin leaves the club, they might be able to save some of his salary that they were supposed to pay to the end of the season. So it remains to be seen actually how this will end up for Bellerin, of course, who have been playing so poorly for Barcelona since journey. And to be honest, I'm really surprised because Bellerin had a very good spell at Real Betis, and it comes as a surprise that he has not been playing so well at his time at Barcelona. But we still try to understand that injury problems has been an issue for him, but still yet he has not lived up to the impact. You know, I don't know if he's taking time to adapt to Javi's style of play. Who knows? Maybe not. So it remains to be seen what will be. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. In the hopes of signing players in the January transfer window, Barcelona will have to continue to the slashing of the squad. Unfortunately for some, it means the end of their Catalan tenure before it even began. Of course, the player in question is Franck Kessie. After signing for Barca for free in the summer, the Ivorian has failed to, make a mark on the team. He has gone from being the first choice midfielder at AC Milan to competing with Pablo Torre for a place. Keeping in mind the vulnerable game time situation, several top clubs are keeping their tabs on the player. Fulham and Aston Villa are quoted to be interested, with the two clubs considering bids around 22 million euros. However, there seems to be yet another suitor in the race, as reported by Fabrizio Romano, as relayed by Mundo Deportivo. The Italian journalist claims that Tottenham Hotspur are keeping tabs on Franck Kessie after failing to sign him in the summer. Kessie's agent has made it clear a few times at this point that Franck Kessie has no intention to live in Barcelona. Franck Kessie has never been happy, has never been as happy as he is now. He has achieved a goal that many footballers remain just a dream, which is to play for Barca, and I defy any of those saying otherwise. Franck Kessie is adapting to a type of football that is new to him. He has always played in a different way, but this is certainly not that frightening him. On the contrary, these are all stimuli that are part of a process of growth, he said. After Even if Barcelona are to put up Franck Kessie on sale in January, it seems unlikely that they will be able to fetch more than 15 to 20 million euro or million for him. And why that is a profit, it is still largely less than what he is worth on ability. Franck Kessie is another player whose future have never been, stable. Of course, all this comes just because Xavi have not been using him constantly as many people could have expected. So his future remains uncertain. Honestly speaking, I think he has been unfairly treated, but from what his agent have been saying, Franck Kessie is still happy at Barca and he does not have any intention to leave anytime soon. He believes that he's in a period of adaptation to the style of Barca, which is somehow new to him. So it remains to be seen how if things will actually improve or not. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.